What's poppin', everybody? Back with another video. In this video, we got Wack 100. He's on Clubhouse with Reggie Wright Jr. and they're talking about Mob James. And Wack is addressing his issues with Mob James. He's responding to comments that Mob James made about him, and we're going to discuss it after the video. Let's listen in.
See, these just be talking. Second of all, Mob James ratted in the late, in the 90s. He's a rat.
On FG.
He's a rat. We ran that work on Clubhouse. On the 100 side of Trolls Nation, one of them, he's a known rat. So, as far as what his opinion is on everything, it's crazy. But so let me get this right. He's saying that if you're a Crip or Blood, you can't talk about the content on the opposite. Is that what he's saying?
That's what I heard, yeah.
This is why old who started podcasting when they was 57 because they was broke and got a handout. Reggie did that. I'm gonna get Reggie in there. You know that got his job because of me, right?
In here.
Yeah, Reggie, tell the truth. Reggie gave that job, right? I came on Reggie's show. That motherfucker did 100,000 quick. How fast did he get to 100,000, Reg?
Hey, Wack, I don't think.
Hold on. We came on Reggie's show. I exposed it being a rat. That went crazy everywhere. We talking about before Clubhouse, before any other. I'm gonna be real. I birthed a lot of this wild.
Yeah.
On Clubhouse.
I think he.
Hold on, bro. Because here go the thing, right? What he's saying, right, is, and see, I hear like that, and I feel they be hating because my method, the way of doing things works for me, right? And he had his little run. You gave him a job because I came on Red's show and I went at him, right? And they went crazy, 100,000 quick. He called Reg crying, Reg, why you got it up? Pull that down, man. We've been knowing each other since we kids. Man, that everywhere. This got too much reach. Whoop-de-whoop. Reg pulls the motherfucking interview down and then felt sorry for him and gave him a job. Now, let me tell you what Reg, old soft, kind-hearted ass still doing. Not only do he give a job, he positioned him as a partner. Reg got to lay down, do some punk times with some bullshit marijuana, right? Look, year, 18 months. So when the check comes through on the partnership, Reg trusted this to collect his end. He lock up on Reg's bag. What Reg soft, kind-hearted ass do? Because that same place threw that Mob James away, Reg still keeps him relevant by doing interviews. So now this that was part of a podcast is saying that when content comes up about the opposite game, we ain't supposed to talk about it. This ain't gang banging. This is podcasting. This is blog review. Does he not understand that? It's blog review. This ain't no motherfucking penitentiary yard, no streets. This is blog review. Hey, yo, Wack, what you think about what happened? Woo-to-woo. Oh, I can't talk about that because I'm a pyro.
Well, he might have got a little bit of that
from me. Yo, Wack, what you think about this? I can't talk about it because they're Crips. How far would I go with this? Do that think he can self-sabotage me? Do we think his mental is strong enough to say some more dumbass?
I don't think he's attacking you, Wack. He's not. I think you're taking it wrong. He wasn't trying to attack
what
you.
What you mean? He said I'm not supposed to be.
He wasn't talking about you about the gang banging and the age point.
He's saying I'm not supposed to be discussing what's in the blogs. If Brick Baby in the blogs, when Wack in the blogs, they talk about Wack.
I got you on the blog part. I take that. He was.
And we ain't on there talking about who killed who or who shot who. We blogging. We talking about who did what, who was crying, who got caught with a transgender, who got work on them, who did this, who did that. We blogging.
What talk about everything.
You know what? Well, then I'm just trying to say I may be just as guilty. I threw a jab as well, where before I said it's funny to me how this Pyro dude is playing the Crips like a puppet.
But see, here goes the thing, though. See, this is where y'all go wrong at, right?
I said, and now I'm not hearing your point about
real because see, when y'all say like that, y'all say it like it's a tactical thing, and I'm setting out to do something to the Crips. See, here's where that's derailed.
But that's how
my team consists of. No, it ain't. You know why? Because my team consists of Crips.
Okay, that's a good point.
So Okay, my team consists of Crips. The 6-0 just sent me something on the power rule whack. They say this work. I'm gonna run through it. You run through it,
Well,
right?
I know you go through. I know you go in on Power Rules just as quick as you go
I
in on a
don't give.
Crip.
The work is the work.
Exactly. Man.
Now
Exactly.
I will say this, right? Every dog has his day. At one point in time, New York, it was a lot of the bull going on in New York when it came to the industry. New York was and like, yo, whack, why you always at New York? And everything going on down in New York. The blogs is on New York. The artist is doing in New York. That's why it looked like that. Now it then shifted. A lot of it is the West Coast, right? When it was the South, it was the South. Wherever the content is at is where we gonna go. You know what I'm
First time
saying?
I heard. First time I heard this point, and you make a good point about the
Yeah,
blog.
wherever the
I have to
content
say
is
that.
at. When it was in the South, when it was on 21 Savage, we found a used piece of paperwork
Yup.
on him. But when they brought me on what's the homie? Claim the Mob, Blood from Jersey, the rapper with the one eye, right?
Fetty Wap. Fetty
Fetty
Wap.
Wap.
Fetty
When
Wap.
they
Fetty, we
Fetty
brought me
ran
Wap.
Fetty
that
Wap,
too.
they tried to call Fetty a rat. I ran through the work. I said, I don't see no tell. Took a deal. I don't see no seal files. He took a deal, right? I'll call a spade a
And
spade. What I
Fetty
don't
Wap
do.
doing 7 years. He doing
We
7 years
ran
right now.
BG's
Yeah,
work.
yeah,
We ran
yeah. We
everybody.
clip. They tried to bring it in here like it was work. We go through it. We cleared it. One thing we don't do is fabricate, manufacture, or lie, or create no
And
fake on nobody.
Fetty went in there thinking he was gonna get 5 years and ended up getting seven.
You
Six
end
years.
up
Yeah.
getting 7.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So end of the day, wherever it's at, that's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? When it was on Finesse 2 times, we found the work, we ran it. We still calling Jay Prince out. Why y'all don't call that Finesse 2 times who signed to you? We dropped the work and the 3 victims he told on. Here go to work. He's a rat. Did you drop him? Why you still doing business? Everybody quiet. Why y'all not putting the light over there? This is content. It's all content. If
One
Wack
thing I
walk
say
out
about
right
you,
now
Wack.
and
One
get
thing I
rushed
say
by,
about Wack. He always tell me, even if I say something and something like that, he said, Reggie, do your content, man. Keep up the
yeah.
content.
You
That's
tell
what he
me
always
Wack,
says.
whoop whoop whoop. I tell you run that content. Ain't nobody bigger than the content. It's content.
Drop it. Drop it.
Like,
Every fucking
so
yeah.
at the end of the day, if I start to treat podcasting, right, like gang banging or the county jail, right, then what that means to me is these dudes want me to limit myself because they can't keep up. Listen, if I would have just worked for Coinma, I'd have been broke. I work the world with everything. I work the world. I'm never going to limit myself or put myself in a box and say, I'm restricted to talking about this. So what is he saying? The square that don't bang, they supposed to be the ones running the content? What he saying?
Yeah, I think the point was that you were playing the Crips. That's all his
But
point was.
how am I playing somebody when see now what I will say is this, Reggie, and you know this. You knew this because you told Suge this years ago on the phone. You said, hey, he ain't the average street, bro. He just ain't one of the homies like
I
that.
always give you that. Yeah.
I'm not just, you know what I'm saying? So how I see it, my perspective on things, how I'm going to present it and put it, it's probably going to be a little different because I think outside the box. I can't, if I'm manipulating, that means I'm creating something. Had the people bring me Reg, they just scared or don't have the voice, so they say, if I present it, ain't nobody gonna hear it, right? It'll need to get out there. So I run the work. I look at it. We all have a certain style how we present work, like a football player. Every quarterback got a certain style. Every point guard got a different style, right? If my style works for me, and I'm mixing the streets, the prison, I'm mixing when I was sitting in front of a parole board, I'm mixing my knowledge that I have, my education, right? I know how to present things in a way to a street dude where he can understand, and I also know how to present things in a way to somebody that's square so they can understand. If he's saying that's manipulation, then I'm gonna say he's using the wrong word. I don't
And,
manipulate nobody.
and
I just talk about the
and I may
content.
be guilty, and I'm not going. I may be guilty of that for my comments in the past as well. So, but I totally understand what you're saying now.
Yeah, like all I do is present the content, but it's the man. I do interviews with your guy. Your guy told you Whack is the easiest.
Professional and the most professional.
Yeah,
Well, you
right?
give that
Right.
perception of less because people don't really know how you really get down, and that's why you're
Well,
able
you
to
got to
deal with.
understand that this
Yeah,
is this is this is entertainment, Reggie. So yeah, when
oh,
if
I
I
don't
walk in Game
understand that.
House
You
right
know,
now,
half the shit that come out of our mouth is
if I
entertainment.
walk in the Game's house right now, he got a headset on, his feet kicked up, he's playing this video game. Right? He gonna say, "Hey guys, what's up? What's up with y'all? What y'all got going on?" If I walk Game onto a stage, you got Brazil and Wilmington, Mad Dog, the Stroll, all that. It's game time. Manipulation is too close to a
It's a
lie to
bad
me.
word. Yeah,
It's too
yeah,
close
yeah.
to a lie to me. And I tell even my people on the stage, bro,
Yeah, not the.
don't bring
But
no lie because
manipulation
at the
wasn't the
end of the
word.
day,
It was playing them like a puppet was the word that I'm apologizing for.
but see, here go the thing though. I'm not playing nobody like a puppet. Actions is there.
Yeah.
Now what it is I will tell you this: they have missed a lot of it. When I go digging and presenting it,
Then they see the other
niggas like, oh,
side. Yeah.
they see it. I will say that.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Like I'm good at opening the motherfucker's eyes up at really seeing it. Like Mob James. Mob James said, 35 and you start banging in 2002. What kind of is that? He was 13 years old.
Well,
See, I
get
would have took him
your mouth.
and him up. I would have drilled him on that and start calling him. See now, you can't count. You got F's and maths in
Well, I
grade
said,
school.
you remember I said after that, I said, well, depending on what age, I said right after that, I
Yeah,
said, depending on what
35,
age.
24 from 22. That's like I told a person, I try to show me a situation. They were like, Whack, you be bullying this man and his whole platform's up. I'll be like, bro, show me a situation that I started. I'm always on defense and y'all get mad because it kicked me in the back of my leg or threw a pebble at me and
Miles
y'all
James,
saying
you started
I
that.
supposed
That man ain't never spoke on you. You went in on Miles James first. You exposed him first.
no, hold on. Mob James, hold on, Reg. Mob James was on your platform, superpower root out. You pull me
Yeah,
in. I come in. What's happening? Whoa, who's that? My blood is a rat. If I don't acknowledge that off the rip, I'm just as bad as him. What I supposed to say?
yeah.
What's up, G homie? What I supposed to say? What's up, G
Well,
homie? You playing the neutral because that's your friend from back in the day. You knew when we was at the rope, what was going on.
Yeah, so my thoughts on this, one of the best points that Wack made was the fact that you really don't want anybody that's not from the streets speaking on street politics and you know, Bloods, Crips, and all that stuff. You want people that actually live that life to comment and chime in on those topics. So that contradicts, you know, Mob James' complaints about Wack, you know, saying he shouldn't podcast this way, he should podcast this type of way, he shouldn't speak on this. You know, it's one of those things where with podcasting, you want the person to be authentic as possible and you want them to know what they're talking about. So you're talking to a Pyru, you want other Pyrus to speak, you want Crips, but you want people that's part of that life to chime in on those type of topics, man. And then once you gravitate in toward just the general podcasting space, everything's fair game. Current events, sports, topics, all topics are fair game, man, when you're talking about the podcasting space. A good example is Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan talks about everything. Even if we go over to hip hop and talk about Joe Budden doesn't just talk about hip hop, he talks about all current events, anything that's going viral at the time. So you got to be like tuned in, open to the world and worldly topics if you're really going to take over the podcasting space. With that being said, I want to know you guys' opinion on this. Drop a comment and I will see you on the next one. I'm out.